Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. We're going to do 5 minutes of Reiki, followed by 5 minutes of questions. And so, for the Reiki, what I'm doing is setting the intention for whatever will be of highest and best good for each of you. And then we're going to do that, like I said, for 5 minutes. And then after that, I'll take questions from those of you who want to ask questions, whether it's about mentoring for your own psychic abilities, or if you have questions you'd like me to look at and read. So we're just gonna do a little mini variety pack. So we're gonna go ahead and start out with the Reiki, and then I'm sure more people will show up as we continue on with that. Hello to the one person who's here so far. I'm sure we'll have more showing up. Okay, so Reiki for whatever is highest and best good for you right now, starting at 17 after, so we'll finish up at 22 after. Those of you who are in the room, if you want to say hi, let me know. If you guys want to adjust the intention for your Reiki and have it set for something more specific, feel free to do that. And you can receive the Reiki energy if you're here while I'm live. You can also receive the Reiki energy even if you're watching this after the broadcast is over, because spirit is not limited by time or by space. So it doesn't really matter when you watch, you can still get some good Reiki energy out of it as long as you set your own intention that you would like to receive it. Thank you for the thumbs up, whoever did that. We've already got some energy going into feet and ankles. I'm not surprised during this time. Hello there, Alicia. Glad to see you here, honey. How are you today? Feet and ankles have to do with finding your direction, finding your purpose, figuring out what it is you actually want to accomplish or what you want to do. So what I would expect is that some of you will be becoming more clear about what your purpose or your direction is. Now, some of you, all you need this for is just for today. Others of you, you may be considering this for your life. Like, why am I here? What is my purpose? Either way, I think you'll see more clarity. So we've got 19, 20, 3 more minutes left of Reiki. After this, if you guys want to ask questions, I do answer questions for 5 minutes, or I will. We used to do these types of broadcasts a long time ago, about a year ago. We're just getting back to them because I think with what's going on in the world, it would be good to have a little extra dose of healing, even if it's just a microdose. I'm fantastic, thank you. Glad to hear that you're good. I'm excited about the changes to the channel that I'm making. Hello there, Diane. Welcome. Glad you're here, my dear. We're doing Reiki for a couple of more minutes for whatever's for your highest and best good. If you guys have something in particular you would like the Reiki to help you with, feel free to go ahead and adjust that intention. The only caveat there is that the Reiki has to be for you. You can't decide you want to send your Reiki to your bestest friend or your boyfriend or spouse. It has to be for you. Roderick Robin, hello. Glad to see you here, my dear. How are you? 2 more minutes left of Reiki. We've got a lot of base chakra going on too. Base chakra has to do with those things that make us feel secure in the world. Family, support network, income, assets, all of that kind of stuff. Shakoya, hello, welcome. We're making some changes today. I put out a video earlier, I don't know if you saw it, but we're getting back into the Reiki. I think that we need a little bit of extra dose of healing in these days, even if it is just a microdose. And we will have questions afterward. Predictions are not going to be live anymore, though. 1 more minute left of Reiki. Glad to hear that you are good. Glad you could make it into a live session. It's always more fun when you get to interact, I think. That's my personal opinion. So we've got 1 more minute of Reiki, and then after the Reiki is over, not before, after we wrap up the Reiki, then we'll start looking at questions if you guys have any you want me to look at for you. Or if you have questions about how to improve your own skills, that too. There is Super Chat if you guys feel like dropping a donation. That's great. Obviously not required. All right. Wrapping up the Reiki. Who has a question for me? I've got the timer started. As soon as the timer goes off, I'm going to be done with questions. So throw them out there. It's good to be lucky, isn't it? Being lucky by being in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, talking to the right people all the time. I love being lucky. No questions? Nobody has questions? Are you guys going to let me off that easy today? Will Christopher and Shakoya reunite at any point in the future while they're both still in the bodies that they're in right now? Let's find out. These cards would say that that's a yes. Although I have to tell you, I don't see when you guys coming together, I don't see it as necessarily such a happy thing as what you're hoping for. How will court go this month? That's very open. Let's find out. I'm glad to hear that you're blessed, Alicia. How will court go for Diane this month? We have no context here. Diane could be a court clerk. She could be going to a hearing. We have no context. But let's see what comes up in the cards. Let's see what comes up in the cards. La da 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 da. Oh, now you want to get more specific. Now you want to get more specific. Will Diane get any money out of her situation at court this month? I would say you should not count on the money. Don't count on the money. My very first card that came up is my Page of Coins in reverse, which is bad news about money. I don't see these people working together about money. It looks like they may make some kind of payment plan, but I don't really see them holding that up. So even if you're awarded money, I don't see you actually getting money, Diane. All right, who's next? Roderick is next. Ma'am, I never had a relationship. When will I meet my soulmate? When will I meet my soulmate? When will Roderick meet his soulmate? Will that be by the end of this year? It will actually be by the end of this year. Interesting. Let's narrow that down. Will that be by the 1st of September? Yeah, you should never discount your gut instinct. Sometime between the 1st of September and the end of the year, Roderick. You're quite welcome, Sequoia. Money never buys you happiness. I don't know about that. If you have somebody that is in the hospital and you can pay for them to be taken care of in the hospital, I think that buys you happiness. You're quite welcome, Roderick. Who else has a question? 7 people in the room. I'm sure somebody else has a question. I think I've only answered like 3, maybe 2. Not sure. Hello there, Christine. Welcome, welcome. Leo in a relationship with a Taurus. What's his first name, honey? I'm assuming your first name is Christine. Best advice for Ms. Christine about what to do with this situation with Stuart. Best advice for Christine regarding this deal with Stuart. Why do people lie? Usually it's because they're scared. Okay. All right, so this is the last question I'm looking at. Okay, so here's what's coming up as advice for you, Christine. You want to get to the truth. You want to make sure that you've got the truth now. That's the first part of this advice. The other part of this advice is don't do anything about it. It's not your place to fix this situation. Okay? And the next bit of advice basically says the same thing. It says let him handle getting this under control. This is his deal to fix, not yours. Okay? But because you guys are considering a partnership, it is your place to know what's going on with it. So get to the truth about what's actually going on with it, what his plans are to deal with it, and what he's actually doing to deal with it. But let him deal with it because this is something he brought in. It was prior to you. This is something that he needs to be the one to take care of. That's the advice here. All right, and that was the timer. So thank you everybody for being here. I do appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you guys the next time around. Peace out.